to WRPB and WRPB Studios. You know, every time I do an interview, I learn a little bit more. And even after doing like 70,000 of these, I still am learning. With me is Sonia Tirolia.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Yes, you got it
And
right.
you're from the Phoenix Insurance Group.
Yes.
Okay. So my first question is, what's the Phoenix Insurance Group?
Phoenix Insurance Group is a life insurance company merged into with Family First Life.
Okay, so you only do life insurance?
Also health insurance also
Okay.
and wealth building.
Okay, so my next question to you is going to be, like, why did you get into this?
Life insurance.
Yeah.
Actually, a friend of mine introduced me to it.
Right.
My background is really medical because I used to be a medical assistant.
Okay.
So when he introduced me to it, I was like, okay, let me give it a try and see. And I was actually good at it. And I'm a people person, so it worked out.
So here's the issue. One of the things that I know
Hmm.
is that insurance is pretty tricky.
Can be.
And if you don't use a professional,
Hmm.
you're not going to really know what you're doing. So if
Exactly.
you go online and think you're going to get insurance and know what you're getting, you're wrong. Okay. For me, it's always you got to see someone face to face. When I got my life insurance, it's really kind of interesting because I got my life insurance, and then I think within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I got very sick
Okay.
and lost 40% of my lung function,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
which would have made it more difficult or more expensive for me to get life insurance.
Yes.
And then since then, I've kept it going, so I'm okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. I've also had a heart attack and triple bypass,
Oh.
and this year, 2023, I had 2 strokes. So if I would have had to get life insurance now, it would be a lot more difficult, I
Mm,
would think.
no, not really. Not at all.
Really?
Because we cover everyone from 0 to 85 with all conditions. So it doesn't matter what condition you have, we can cover you. We can
Well,
help you.
I fall within that time because I'm not 85 yet. Getting there, but I'm not 85
Okay.
yet. Okay, so how long are you doing insurance?
I've been doing insurance since 2012.
Oh, so you've been doing it like 11 years.
Yeah, it's just about. I
Uh,
enjoy it.
do you?
Yes, because I love helping people. Because a lot of people is not they're not sure on what insurance carrier to get or which company.
Right.
They're very confused. Like you felt the same way. So what we do, we actually sit with them, educate them, and help them to decide which one is best for them.
And it's interesting you say that because when you go online, you're not really talking to anybody,
Right.
okay? And you're picking, but you have zero clue, to tell you the truth, of what you're picking because any contract, whether it be car insurance, health insurance, if you don't read them or have someone to help you read them through,
Exactly.
you're making a big mistake.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's why it's so important. Plus, if God forbid something goes wrong,
Mhm.
and you try to get back to the phone person that you spoke to on the phone initially, or the computer person, you're never going to get to the person that helped you.
That's true.
Okay, so
That's
you
true.
really want, and I always say, and I've said it a million times, use a professional. If you don't, it's going to end up costing you 5 times more in money and 10 times more in frustration.
That's true. That's true.
All right, so you decide to get out of the medical field and into insurance.
Yes.
Did you have family support?
Yes, I did a lot of family
Did
support.
you?
Yes, my parents, my sibling, my daughter. Oh, a lot, and also the team that I was with. A lot of support.
Have you been with the same team since the get go?
No, the thing is, I wanted to branch out because I wanted to grow, and I felt like I was doing a disservice to my clients because I was able to help them the way they deserve to be helped. So I decided to branch out and spread my wings and decide to put health and also wealth building, including, and can't forget living benefits.
Living benefits. Okay, so let's see, because I'm ignorant when it comes to this, like
No
most.
problem.
Okay, what are actually living benefits? What would?
Benefits, living benefits is considered a rider, but it's also built into the policy where you can still use it while you're living. So it will help you if unexpected health hazard were to happen to you. Say, for instance, example, you were diagnosed with terminal illness.
Right.
Okay, that also help terminal, chronic, critical, and also critical illness and chronic injuries. Also, Alzheimer's. Okay, so that will actually help you. So when you let the insurance company know what's going on, they actually send the funds to you, so it can help you while you're still sick, and also you can get nursing.
Huh, interesting. I know that we were talking about wealth building and health and life. How about stuff like long-term care?
We also that's another thing as living benefits.
Okay.
Yes.
I think my mom had gotten two things that I thought were probably the best thing she ever did. One was getting pre-need.
Mm-hmm.
So when my dad passed and my mom passed, it was simple.
Right.
We had to pay no money. Everything was taken care of. But that's great when they're gone. But what do you do when 4 years prior to my mom passing,
Mm-hmm.
she needed care?
Right.
So
That's
she
when,
had bought long-term care.
okay.
But when she bought it so many years ago,
Mm-hmm.
it was probably good then,
Mm-hmm.
not as good moving forward because things change, prices change, and
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
But I have to say that having it was a benefit,
The best
a major
thing.
benefit.
Best thing, right?
Right.
Yes.
Now, is it hard to get long-term care? And the reason I say that is because, again, I have these illnesses. Is getting long-term care still possible for someone who has illnesses?
Yes, definitely, because it's attached to all of our policies. So if you're not paying more, no less, it's the same thing. It's like a big combo.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, when I come to you and say, "Hey, I want to get X amount of life insurance,"
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll be, all right, well, here's your policy, and we have a rider for this, for this, for this, for this. Is that
Go over everything with you. Go over
okay?
your budget, ask you some questions to make sure that you feel comfortable for which program that you decided you want to choose, and we just move it from there.
How does someone, I know this is a kind of weird question, how does someone decide how much life insurance they should get?
Well, we will ask them questions again, decide on if you want a huge funeral, cremation, you want to leave money for your family, or also that's a wealth building come in also. That's if you want to build something, a legacy for your family also. Retirement, we also have that too, where you can also put for college for your family. And another thing too, mortgage protection. So say that your loved one passed away and that person needs to know, oh, how am I going to continue paying the mortgage? We also have that also.
Okay, so for me, you, me, and everybody else in this room should have as much money as my daughter and her fiance have. So I don't have to take care of them. One thing off of my plate, okay?
Yes.
Well, that's a blessing. But like for me, and
Mhm.
I don't mind talking about it.
It's
So
okay.
when I took $125,000.
Okay.
Okay, that was really kind of within my realm, and it was very inexpensive because nothing was wrong with me at that point, and I was 2010, so so I was a bit younger,
Okay.
quite a bit younger.
Yeah.
So it was a little less expensive,
Yes.
and they don't increase. That's the premium I got. That's the premium I have.
Right.
So I was lucky to get that. So taking out the health benefits part, meaning that I had a heart attack and I had strokes. Does it? And I'm just saying this for these guys.
Right.
It's so important that you should start this as early as possible.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Because that's when you're gonna get. I hate to say it, but the best of the benefits.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you go to 85, and I don't like to talk bad about anybody or anything in the same industry, but you see things on TV.
Yes, you do.
Okay, and when you do some research into them,
Mhm.
you find out that you would be better off taking that money and putting it in a bank. Okay, for
Mhm.
what they really want going to come out to cost you.
Mhm.
Okay, because, and I'm just picking numbers out of my head, but if they're going to charge you $10 a month
Mhm.
for $1,000 policy,
Mhm.
it doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
You have your money in a bank, right?
Hmm.
Okay. So when you have your money in a bank, say that you have an emergency, where the first place you're gonna go to?
The bank.
Okay. So as you're dipping, you keep taking out whatever's left. When it's time when you pass away, what are your family gonna do?
No, who cares about that?
Exactly.
Who cares about that? I'm passing away.
You passing away?
But the thing is, you have to be smart enough to get the path I was going with. You have to be smart enough to get the right policies,
Right.
not something that just seems good because someone pitched it to you on TV or on the computer. Okay, so for me, to spend $10 a month for $1,000 policy doesn't make any sense.
Well, like I said, basically, I'm gonna say this: life insurance is designed as a security blanket.
Right.
Okay, it's for the family. It's not for you. It's to protect your family, and also it's not one size that fit all.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I learned
so
that.
life insurance comes in all sizes and all shapes. So you got to choose the one that's best for you. That's why you will call me, the specialist, to help you go through everything that you need.
And that's why I say it's so important to use a professional,
Yes.
because if we live in a world where we're sold a bill of goods on an ad from the computer, from the TV,
Mm-hmm.
and we never go any further past what they're telling us, and there's probably so much more out there, okay, that might be a better fit for you,
Exactly.
okay, and you don't know unless you kind of check into it, and everybody's different. I can't read off the screen all those words.
That's true.
They just, my ADHD kicks in, and I'll be reading, I'll see a squirrel, and I'll leave this and I'll go look at the squirrel. So having somebody to talk to,
Yeah.
plus if something goes wrong, who do you talk to? If you have someone like you,
Yes.
a professional, I know you pick up the phone, you call you,
Call me.
and you sit and you work out the issue and you figure it out.
Yes.
And you're the person I started with, you're the person I'm finishing with.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
stuck with me.
Okay?
Yeah.
So on the phone and on the computer, you may never get the same person. It might be 20 people. Every call might be someone different.
Yes.
So that's why, like I say, and everybody's different. For me, that face-to-face is so much more important.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
So you do life insurance. In your opinion, when, and I know the younger the better, but at what age should someone really start considering getting life insurance?
Well, we noticed that people start considering it when they're in their 20s or 25 when they have children, because when they're young, they feel like they're
Invisible.
Exactly. So that's why we always stress the parents to cover their kids, because that's the best gift you can give them, so they could carry that on. But honestly, the best time to get life insurance is when the child is 14 days old.
Really?
That's how we cover them. Yes, that young. 'Cause
So I'm going to guess that at 14 days old, you're going to be locked into a policy that's pretty inexpensive.
yes, it helps build.
Hmm.
It's an IUL that we also have. That's it's index life policy, index
Right.
life insurance policy, and it helps build for that child. So it's a savings, also known as cash value.
So, because we're going to run out of time, what's the difference between term
Mhm.
life and whole life?
Okay, term is basically like it sounds. Term is temporary. It goes up to 5, 10, 15, or 20, or maybe 30 years. When it has an expiration date on there, it's over. You're not covered anymore unless you pass away before that time. Whole life can be, yes, a little more expensive, but guess what? It doesn't go up. It never increases. It doesn't. It stays the same for the life of the policy. And what's the other one?
That was whole life and term.
Yeah, those two. Yeah.
And I think those are the two most popular.
Yes, it is. Well, right now, a lot of people are going towards living more legacies for their family too.
You know, these are parts, and again, no matter how long we speak, there's going to be more and more that's going to be added because there's so much to it. She didn't learn everything she knows in the 14 minutes that we've been talking.
Oh no.
Okay. So it's really, really important that you speak to somebody who's a professional.
Yeah.
How do people reach you? You have a phone?
Yes, I have a phone number 305-582-5407.
And you have a website.
Yes, I do. It is insurancephoenix.net.
Everybody, use a professional. It's that important. Sonia, thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
We'll be right back, guys.